Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what is up? The King of Lightning is here today to give my thoughts on the latest episode of One Piece, episode 680. Now listen, I gotta say, man, to get out of the way, a few things were iffy, and a few things I'm not too sure if they're actually good or not. Because, like, for example, one thing that was pretty shaky, obviously, was the pacing, because as usual, it's slow as fuck, but you have the... Okay, well, they extended one scene in particular, which was like, what the fuck, really? And that scene was when you have Flamingo, he does his parasite string, and they're going like on some master hand, crazy hand shit, where he's like fucking, yeah, dun, 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 yeah, dun, 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 parasite string. I'm like, okay, I fucking get it. Holy shit. But when it came to the animation, because pacing, it is what it is. Like, we're at this point in time, One Piece, we're used to it. It's just slow as fuck because they decided no filler. Let's just, it is what it is. However, the animation, there were a lot of slow motion Michael Bay-esque scenes. Like when Flamingo and his doppelganger, his marionette string clone, attack Luffy, who's holding Kyros, and it's like a very slow motion, like swipes. And then when Flamingo cocks back for that arm hockey punch, it was slow shit. But it was... I won't say it was bad. But I don't recall seeing that in One Piece yet. Where the scene is dragged out to that degree. I mean, maybe I have, but I can't recall at this point in time. So I'm not too sure if it's good or bad, but it was interesting. Now, what was actually good, quintessential to the story, and from a combat standpoint, just shocking, was what occurred with mainly Flamingo and freaking Pika. I'm like, my god! Now, holy sh... Okay, first of all, Luffy got beat by Flamingo, and it was a small little scuffle, and it wasn't some like Rob Lucci, Luffy shit. No, not that big. Just a few seconds. And what was telling was the fact that he beat him in that scuffle in such a fashion where it was just easy. It was a cakewalk. And keep in mind that Flamingo, he's being... Among the new generation captains and the crew members, he's being fairly powerful guys. He's being Sanji, he's being Law, he's being Luffy. He's just walking all over these cats, all over these youngins, young bucks, thinking that they can fuck with Flamingo, and he tells him, he takes him over his knee, stop fucking around, boy, with a paddle too. Gee, what you doing? What? You did one, schoolboy? Yeah, extension too. But Luffy's been training for 2 years in order to be able to be very successful in the Grand Line, and to a degree he is. I mean, in the new, I should say, because he got the hockey down, and he spent 6 months of his own unique training. Furthermore, we can see obviously that Law, even though he hasn't gone through any like training specifically, as far as we know, over the course of 2 years, he got stronger. Obviously, I mean, multi-mountain cuts, Virgo, one of the most epic scenes in One Piece. However, ain't enough. It's nowhere near enough, and the arc is still not finished in the manga, so it's not yet shown if Luffy can actually beat Flamingo 1v1. However, at this point in time, Flamingo is too many tiers above. He's too damn good. And what's even more shocking is if you remember, because I always point this out, because it's very important. Flamingo was able to beat guys like Law, Sanji, and Luffy fairly easily. But he's terrified of Kaido. He's horrified. So, this, to me, I think is a huge indication that Luffy needs to go through more training. Or he has to get much more powerful, maybe in like the midst of combat, but I'm not too sure if he actually, because Oda does that, but not to like a great extent, I think. Because I mean, then again, he did do the whole Gear Second thing, where Luffy learned that shit in like a movie. And like the 7th or 6th movie of One Piece, he learned Gear Second. So it's kind of odd, but whatever. The point here is that Luffy is not there yet, from a power standpoint. And so in order for him to actually be there, where he can actually take on Admiral level guys, Yonko level guys, which I'll put in Dragon there too. Because I highly doubt that Dragon and Luffy are going to be all buddy-buddy off the gate. For some reason, I feel like he's going to fight against Dragon, but whatever. Thing here is, he has to go through some more training. So that means that at some point in the future, there should be another time skip. I'll be very honest about that. There should be. Now, what I want to talk about is also what happened from a story standpoint. Before I go back to the combat thing. This is huge, because it looked like things were going in the favor of those against Flamingo. You had Sabo obtaining the Mera no Mi. And by the way, I'm not too sure if Burgess would have actually fought against Flamingo if he got the Mera no Mi. I'm pretty sure Burgess, if he didn't eat the Mera no Mi, he just would have fucking left and, call it a damn day and go back to Blackbeard. Because as far as you know, Blackbeard and Flamingo, they have no beef. And also, we have Usopp, who knocked out Sugar, and so everyone on the island was returned back to their original state, at least those who were toys. And things were not looking in Flamingo's favor. Especially when his head got cut off, supposedly by Kiros. But that supposed decapitation, no, clone. And it is the fact that Flamingo has now produced Birdcage. So let's go back to the power thing. Birdcage. The fuck, man? An entire country is encompassed in a cage of strings that are not only impassable because apparently they can slice you in two if you run into them, but also they block out radio frequencies and shit like that. And you're like, dude, I have no idea how his strings block out radio frequency, but apparently they do. Which is amazing. Absolutely phenomenal. And finally, he brings in his boy Pika. Oh my god. Yo, fucking Pika! Yo. Pika makes Diamante and Trebol look like straight up scrubs, man. Like, Pika, at will, is able to shift the geography to how he sees fit. I'm like, bro. He's moving the castles and the mountains and shit. He's raising plateaus. He's shifting entire... I'm like, dude. Are you... Like, he's... The sheer scale of Pika's powers are immense. If One Piece was not such a water world, and there were a lot more land masses, and by the way, like, they are, mind you. Like, you have big-ass countries like freaking Alabasta. Alabasta's fucking massive. But if there was, like, if Pika was in an area that had a lot more land, he'd be insane. He's a massive threat. Like, moving shit over here, he's completely changed the geography of Dressrosa in a few minutes. And now Flamingo has taken off his kitty gloves. The folks want to get his head. Alright, fine, then fuck it. The kitty gloves are off. Now it's time to get down to some business. And the business is, you do what I tell you to, otherwise you're all gonna die. He's not fucking around. And they can't contact the outside world, not even the Marines. And a parasite string was targeting Fujitora. Now granted, Fujitora, fuck, I'm an admiral, bitch. Okay. But he was targeting him anyway. And some of his Marines are being controlled. So at this point in time, it's a no holds barred. It doesn't matter if you're a fucking admiral, it doesn't matter if you're fucking Sabo, it doesn't matter if you're Luffy and Law. Everyone is following what the fuck I say. End the story. Yeah. Flamingo right now. Pika right now. And it's kind of, again, it's fucking scary that this guy, who can make a giant string cage from one clone, encompass an entire country. I mean, I would gesture and say, I mean, it looks like a few dozen kilometers, Dressrosa. It's not the biggest island, but I'll just say a few dozen to maybe 50. Because Fishman Island was pretty, yeah, it was bigger because you could have like several Sea Kings fit in like one shore of Fishman Island. It was fucking massive. And the Sea Kings are over 5 kilometers apiece. The smaller ones. Dressrosa, I'm pretty sure I'd probably say around, I want to say around like 25 to like 50 kilometers in diameter. Probably bigger than that. And all that's being controlled by Flamingo. Cage, fucking, yeah. No one leaves. And he's terrified of fucking Kaido. He's just horrified. So, it is what, I'm just saying, it is what it is. So overall, this episode, I did like it a lot. I thought it was very good. They did a good job. I'm gonna give it a good plus. Fuck, I'm gonna give it great. I'm gonna give it great plus. Fuck yeah. Great plus. Why not? Fuck it. And I will see you guys later. Rate the video, because I'm still iffy on the animation. It is funky, but it's good at the same time. The pacing's still slow shit as always, but it's good, but it's funky. Whatever. Rate the video. Make sure to do that, alright? It's very simple. You either like it or dislike it. It's not that fucking hard. You take this fucking mouse, click, end the damn story. Rate the video, comment, subscribe. Have a nice one.